Hi, everybody. I've got too many little edits here going on. I hope you had a good weekend. Happy Monday night-ish, I guess. My weekend was really ridiculously impossible. Like, unbelievable. So many things were just overwhelming, and I hope you guys had a better weekend. So, luckily today, I got to go here and do some exploring. I was on a job site that I'm going to be at for a couple of days. There's no cell phone reception really to speak of, and not much. There's a few cabins, and other than that, it's just really getting alone. And that's what I've needed to do. I've had so many videos that I've wanted to make over the last few days, and every time I would get ready to do something would come up and just be impossible. So getting alone was something that I was able to do, and it was really nice. And these folks were so nice to let me go exploring on their land, and actually was able to catch something that I hadn't intended to catch. You'll find it at the 2-minute 13-second mark, I believe. So it's pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it made me watching it back, it just kind of made me go back into my childhood where I could view, well, I could see things differently than I see them now. You hear of the magical thinking, and I don't know that that's really magical thinking. I think it's practical thinking, that we don't know everything, and that sometimes there are things that if we're not alone and we're not paying attention, then we just might not see. That might be really neat, So when I was a little kid, I had an issue with time. I would get in trouble because I would lose track of it, and time just didn't seem to be the same for me as it was for other people. So at some point, a few times I got in trouble because I would sit down to watch ladybugs on my way to school, and the next thing I knew, kids were walking home from school and I hadn't ever shown up. So, and I was only like kindergarten, first grade, and they pulled me in the office and talked to me, and they had me do some testing, and they decided that I was dyslexic and had central processing disorder and had all these other things wrong with me. And I never really felt like there was anything wrong with me until they started telling me that something was wrong with me. And it never really impacted me that much. It affected my desire to want to go be a participant in any of the educational processes that they were offering to me. So for the most part, I just checked out when I got to school for the whole thing, like the entire thing for the most part. And I kind of feel like that was a blessing because it allowed my life to have a path that was different than a lot of other people's. Now, when I had gotten, I think, into first grade, they did some different testing, and they brought in a special guy. I have no idea who he was, from a special company. No idea what it was, but he did some testing, did the IQ testing, and then they repeated it again in the third grade. And I would get taken out of class every single day, and they would do these, they would have me look at pictures and have me tell them what I saw and all kinds of weird stuff. And I was always embarrassed because I had to leave the classroom. Anyway, so in the fourth grade, I think they did do some skills testing, and they decided that my IQ was quite high and that I wasn't stupid, so I shouldn't really be failing the class. And the guy asked me, why was I struggling so much in school? And I just told him, hey, it's because this stuff that you're trying to teach me doesn't matter. I just don't find it important. And that was the truth. I didn't find it important. And I didn't learn it. I made my way, and I can spell, and I can read, and I can write, and I can do some math. That stuff just isn't important to me. And I'm so glad that it's not important to me. Technical skills, I lack them as far as other people are concerned. But I can push a button on my cell phone and take a video. And this cool lady a year or so ago showed me a do recorder on the App Store that helps out with making these videos so that I can edit them easily. Very simple program to understand. Anyways, so I just wanted to let you know that, if you're different and you always have been, it's okay. And you can still have a good life. And you can still have a lot of fun. And things can still be okay. In fact, I took my mom here. I hope she comes back with me tomorrow, but I doubt she'll have the energy to. Anyways, she was telling me on the way home how people tell her that I'm different all the time, and she lets them know that I would even climb the walls backwards when I was a kid, and I really never did climb any walls, but people notice when you're different. They really do. And sometimes that's okay, and sometimes it's okay to try to blend in. I did a lot of trying to blend in, even though I knew I was different. And now it doesn't really matter if I stand out that much. I avoid crowds at all costs. Usually it's not really because of the pressure, it's because of the energy. I've had a really high sensitivity to other people's energy and the energy of my environment my entire life, and it gets very overwhelming. And another part about it is that people notice you too. Me. The other day I was walking out of a store, and there was I want to say it was a father-daughter. It was either father-daughter or boyfriend-girlfriend or something like that. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell these days. But anyways, so they were walking past me, and something I've been trying to do is make eye contact with people. And good luck with that these days when you're out in public. It's hard to find somebody that will actually make eye contact with you. But at least I find that to be the case. So I made eye contact with the girl, only her eyes were black, and she just followed me, like all the way around. No expression on her face. Just followed me as her head was turning. I almost felt like it was going to flip. It freaked me out a little bit. But I was just like, whoa, that was really weird. And it's those kinds of things that keep me kind of isolated. I don't want to go as far as to say that I'm a hermit, because obviously I go and I do things, but I don't do a lot of socializing anymore, because I find that people are not always what you think they are, and it can be it can feel really awkward and really uncomfortable, especially if you can sense their energies and how the energy of the room changes when another person walks in or walks out, or it's a weird thing. And I don't know what got me on this rant. I totally intended on talking about something else tonight. But I'm just going to let this be what it is. And I hope you see the thing that I picked up on film, or my camera, whatever you want to call it. It's not really film. But I thought that it was kind of cool when I watched it back and saw that, because it really wasn't something that I was able to see. When I was out here, this whole area was just so serene and so peaceful. And I'm so excited that I get to go back. Who knows what I'll find tomorrow. I love you guys. I hope you're having a really good night. Take care.